We're in New Haven, Connecticut, also known as the pizza capital of the world, and today we're going to be trying the top pizza shops to determine which is the best one. We're going to be trying Frank Pepe's, Sally's Pizza, Modern Pizza, and Bar. Let's get started.
Alright, so here we have the pizzas and it's time to give them a look. I ordered everything as a small cheese to level out the playing field. Here's Frank Pepe's, which is the oldest pizzeria out of the four that opened in 1925. We're going to be giving all of these a rating based on their looks after this, but for the most part, I'd say that this one looks pretty good. As a matter of fact, I have a feeling that all of these are going to be looking pretty damn good. Has some nice color to it, which is probably from their coal-fired ovens that have been around since they opened almost 100 years ago. Just an all-around classic pie. In my opinion, there's nothing like the location here in New Haven. Here we have Bar, which is much newer than the others, opening in 1991. And it's pretty much a popular club in downtown New Haven that happens to sell some really good pizza. I've heard a lot of people rave about this one, and I had to try it to see what all the hype is about. Lastly, I do want to point out that this is a really big, small pizza. Looking forward to tasting this one. Modern is another one that I've never had. I've actually never had any of these except for Frank Pepe's, so I'm really looking forward to trying all of them. I'm going to let the looks of this one do the talking, because just look at it. I'd say that Modern is pretty much located right between downtown New Haven and Worcester Street. Without Modern, there would be no holy trinity of pizzerias here in New Haven. I'm really looking forward to trying this one as well. Last, but certainly not least, is Sally's, which I'll tell you right now looks just absolutely crazy. I mean, it's barely even a circle. Sally's was actually established in 1938 by Frank Pepe's sister. One of my favorite stories about Sally's is about how back in the day they used to have two phone lines. One for normal customers and another for friends and family when you couldn't get a hold of them. And I'll say this, nothing has changed. Before we get to trying these, I can't make a New Haven pizza video without pointing out that pizza here is pronounced abits. Now, let's get to tasting them.
Alright, so we're going to start with the OG Frank Pepe's. Showed you guys the box, but here it is again. I like to taste these back to back to back, so. Undercarriage looks pretty good. Yeah, cheese is really good. Crust is really good. Thin. What stands out the most on this, surprisingly, is the cheese. Yeah. Sauce is sweet. I wouldn't call it tangy. Obviously thin crust. Looks wise, I'd probably have to give it a 7 out of 10 on the looks. Taste, I'm gonna have to go 8.7. 8.7 on taste for Frank Pepe's. Next we'll do modern. Give it another look here. I mean, this might be the best looking out of all four. But again, it's how they taste, so just a crazy char in this. Undercarriage, obviously charred, coal fire. This thing is just everywhere. Oh. Wow. Look at my hands from just the crust. Listen to this. Wow. This to me is New Haven pizza. Holy smokes. The sauce is tangy. The cheese is just totally different than Frank Pepe's in every way. Comes together really nicely. Holy shit. Holy shit. Yeah, I mean, right off the bat, looks has got to be, this is a 9.7. Taste, I'm leaving room here for Bar and Sally's, but for taste, taste is a 9.6. This is gonna be tough to beat. I'm telling you right now. All right. Now for Bar, obviously one of the newer ones here. It's downtown New Haven. It's a little bit further away from Worcester Street. Here it is. A lot bigger. I would say it's a lot more thin than the others. Get a good piece here. Undercarriage, pretty good. This thing's really thin. So if you're thinking New Haven's style pizza thin, this one probably wins the thin department. Is it too thin? I don't think so. Wow. What stands out to me about this, there's not a lot of anything on it. Very thin crust, not a lot of cheese, not a lot of sauce. Still really good. Looks, I mean, just look how thin this is. Every slice is that thin. Still solid. But yeah, for looks on this one, I gotta say, not as pretty as the Pepe's, which I gave a 7. I would have to say 6.5. And for taste, I'm gonna give that a, I'm gonna give it a 8.4 out of 10 for the Bar. Now let's give Sally's a shot. All right, and here we have Sally's. I will say this took the longest out of all of the four, with 3 hours for a small cheese pizza, so I have high hopes for this one, especially based on how it looks. I mean, this I saved it for last, and I hope it doesn't disappoint. So it just looks like a New Haven pie, just like modern. Like, these two are certainly head and shoulders above the others. So it's about how it tastes. I think I'm gonna grab this one right here. All right, undercarriage check, right out of the oven. Wow. Oh man. We're gonna have some difficulty here ranking these things. I'll tell you right now. This is gonna be tough. The sauce is definitely tangy. It's the tangiest sauce out of all of them. It's got the char, it's got the thin crust. Really good looking pie. I think, looks wise, I think I'm gonna have to give it, I gave modern a 9.7, and this one's gotta be a 9 point, I don't know. This is a big deal. I think I'm gonna go 9.8. I think it looks better. I gotta be honest. I'm just gonna say it. On the taste scale, this one is a 9.5. Just barely under modern. I just loved modern. I did. This one looks a little bit better, but taste-wise, I really liked modern. So I'm not even putting into account the wait time, and you know, obviously I did that before I came here, so everything was, you know, as fresh as it could possibly be. But there you have it. All in all, the rankings go modern, Sally's, Frank Pepe's, bar. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. This has been really fun to do. I've always wanted to do this because I'm from Connecticut, and it's obviously the pizza capital of the world here, and we did them all right back to back. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.